Round one, and we've got a keeper here. We don't have a blue source, but I think this hand is still good enough to keep. Alright, here's a pretty good draw. Morphs for 5. I think that we morph our monastery flock first, just in case he's got some removal or he's got a morph guy that I'd like to trade with, something along those lines. No 3-drop is pretty surprising. Let's get our flock down there. Then next turn we can do the Hydra to set up for a nice unmorph. Well, Siege Rhino is pretty strong, so we're going to have to hunt for a blue source, but once we get our blue source we can do this Master of the Way, which is going to help a lot. So let's do the Hydra now, because then we can unmorph at some point and eat that Rhino, ideally. Alright, it's pretty good. Alright, that was a pretty bad draw, so now we're in a pretty rough spot, I guess. I don't have the lands to unmorph this, which would have been tremendously beneficial this turn. I can't even give him the illusion that I can unmorph, because they're all 5 land drops, so not drawing the land there was pretty horrible for us. I think what we're going to do is morph another dude. I'm not exactly sure why. Could do the Tuskguard Captain, I guess. Because then next turn I could morph plus use Outlast. Maybe that makes more sense. Alright, convince myself. Especially since if I get the mana I can unmorph this and it'll have trample. So I guess that does make sense. Wish I had a blue source. Did I say that already? If I had a blue source I could just block the Rhino with my flock all day. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think the plan is, well, it's pretty bad for us too. Can I, no, I still can't get the land. Alright, well, that's just really bad. So I could potentially swing and awaken the bear. I'm not sure that does enough, especially since there's just absolutely no illusion. I'm in a pretty bad place here. I guess I'll swing with my flock at Sorin. We'll see what he does. I'm willing to 2-for-1 myself to get in on Sorin. Awaken the bear plus this to get rid of the Siege Rhino, because Siege Rhino is pretty amazing against us. Alright, well that actually is pretty amazing since it's going to finish Sorin off. Alright, well that worked out surprisingly well. He didn't block the way I thought he would. We're going to take more damage than I feel comfortable with. Alright. Let's see if we can get a land here. Yeah. Yeah, we did get what I asked for. Just not the way I wanted it. Alright. Let's get the Snowhorn Rider down here. I think we're going to have another turn of taking far too much damage. Alright, that's pretty bad news for us. I'm not exactly sure how to positively do something this turn. I think what I do is double block the Seeker, then I take 7, which is pretty bad. No, I don't want to morph. I don't want to morph. So I think we double block the Seeker, but that's pretty bad too if he has any removal. Well, I guess if you're going to do it before blockers. Guess we'll just chump block here. Take 7? It's pretty awful. Wait, let me unblock this. Because if I get a second blue source, then I can unmorph this plus unmorph this. So let's just chump with this. Because next turn is going to be an important one after this ridiculous amount of damage I take. I really need a blue source here. Jeez, and the parapet. Quit playing spells. Well, I got my blue source again, what I asked for, but just not exactly what I asked for. Alright, so our plan now is stay back and block and get our Hooded Hydra unmorphed. Yeah, we're just gonna die in horrible fashion here. Yep, alright, so I've got 7 mana. Shouldn't have been so hasty to play that land since I could have mastered plus Wetland Sandbar. So I could have mastered the Archer's Parapet. Yeah. Now I can't do that. Well, I guess I still can, but no, we're going to die to the Parapet. I screwed up. I screwed up. That was terrible. Yeah, we're dead now because amazing how a land drop just lost me the game too. Wow. So what I should have done is master the way, kill his Parapet, play a land, play a Sandbar. Would have had blockers. That would have been fine and secure. I completely botched it. Wow. Amazing how playing one land changes the entire landscape of a game. Yeah, I'm straight up dead now because I did that. That's amazing. I guess I master, but I don't even know what good it does me. Yep, we died. I screwed up. Sideboard against this card. Well, first and foremost, we got to see our blue source earlier. So that was just, that really cost us everything, I think. Not seeing the blue source early was devastating. Falling so far behind. I think our deck actually does really good in the late game. It's just we have to see our mana. We're really well fixed too. We shouldn't have had that issue, but it does happen. All right, I think we just go to game 2. I don't see anything I really want. He just beat us with creatures because we couldn't keep up with him. Yeah, let's try this again. Play first. Missing lands, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to keep it. We're well fixed, and we have a 2-drop, so it makes it a bit more appealing. And we have a morph guy. Crippling Chill will help once we get that resource. All right. It's pretty nice. Guess we swing. The main issue I have right now, my main issue is we know he has Savage Punch, and Savage Punch on our Morphed Hooded Hydra is just devastating. I think I'm going to Crippling Chill, because our next draw is pretty important, so I'm going to Crippling Chill as Seeker of the Way. I hope he does something pre-combat that's not a creature. All right, I feel more comfortable doing Hooded Hydra now, because if he Savage Punches, it indeed is still going to blow us out, but at least we don't get attacked with the, I think it's the 6-point life swing following the Savage Punch that's really devastating. So if I can just, I mean, I guess I could also just go for the Snowhorn Rider first, since the Hooded Hydra is more of a, well, the Hooded Hydra is probably better any point, but presumably, I think I'd rather have him kill the Snowhorn Rider. So I'm not leaving up Temur Charm to counterspell, just because I'm a land away from making this Snowhorn Rider much better. All right, long shot squad. No probs there. I think we're just going to windmill swing into that. Yeah. Because if he blocks my Sandbar, I'd be happy to awaken the bear past it. If he blocks my morph guy, I'd be happy to unmorph it. Still can't leave up Timur Charm or unmorph my guy, but I think that was a pretty good exchange for us. I guess he can fight us now, but one shot squad number 2. All right. Yeah, I think now we swing with our morph guy. and we're going to morph our Hooded Hydra after he doesn't block, and we're going to leave up Temur Charm. That way we can counterspell stuff like fighting, and we've got a couple guys that we can get a lot of legwork out of. Master the Way admittedly getting worse as we deplete our hands, but I think we can start holding on to lands at this point since we can pretty much play whatever we want. Alright, I think he's going to try and Savage Punch is my suspicion. So if I can Temur Charm in response and fight him, it's going to be much more devastating. Especially since he's doing it with the Savage Punch on that. That's actually perfect. So before his prowess resolves, we're going to Temur Charm his guy. So we're going to bring this up to a 3/3. And that's a pretty big blowout on his Savage Punch. Ate up his entire turn as well, so very good. Yep, now we're just going to be swinging for the fences and make sure that we unmorph our Hooded Hydra for good value. And he's dead next turn to Master the Way, so very good. I guess he could do Sorin, but I think we're still okay. Alright, Sultai Flare, also pretty good actually. So I can Master the Way. Yeah, let's just Master the Way. It's not even a question. Let's do it right this time. Alright. So played Master of the Way correctly this time and it won us the game. Game 1 I played it incorrectly and lost the game. So geez. I think the moral of the story is pay attention when you play cards like Master of the Way. It can mean the game, quite literally. So he's running Savage Punch as well as me. He's running Outlast, guys. Ugh, I'm not really seeing anything I want to swap up. I could see running Savage Punch. I honestly could. I could see that. I just I'm having a hard time cutting anything. I don't want to cut creatures because they're good. Yeah, we've got enough finishers. I think we just keep it the same. I guess Meandering Tower Shell's a little bit less impressive, but it's also a very nice blocker. It's only less impressive because he's not running any islands. But still certainly good enough. I could actually just run the Force Away because in response to Savage Punch, Force Away is pretty brutal. But once again, don't know exactly what I would cut for that. Alright, let's just play again. This looks great. I think I can even play the Mystic on turn 2 unmorphed, but maybe not because unmorph ramp is probably better. Ooh, that's a cool draw, especially with our Rattleclaw Mystic. That looks like a lot of potential value. Oh, he's just crushing it right now. He's just crushing it. Just playing spells nonstop, huh? Alright. Secret plans. I'm seeing a Rattleclaw Mystic unmorph in my future with a Master the Way. Ooh, Water Whirl too. Well, I'm going for it. I don't see any reason not to. A lot of potential value if I unmorph that. Wait, does my opponent see that it's foil too? He shouldn't. I really hope. That seems stupid. If it shows, why would it show him? That seems really stupid. If it shows your opponent that it's different than your other morph, that doesn't seem very fair. All right. So I think that we're going to, well, first things first, let's unmorph this for 2. And that'll draw us a card, and then it'll help me decide what I want to do. So let's unmorph, draw our card. Jeering Instigator is pretty cool. So I've potentially got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources at my disposal. I guess I just Master the Way on the I don't know, Bondkin. It's going to be tough to do with the first strike, I guess, is why I wanted to hit the Bondkin. But I'm taking damage from either of these based on this hand. Unless I want to play the Instigator just face up, but that doesn't do me much good either. I have 6 resources at my disposal. I could Water Whirl. Buys me some time. It's actually not that bad, but you want to do it instant speed, and that's kind of the point of it. But that is quite the setback on him. I think we might just Water Whirl, because then we can start instigating and doing Master the Way. Keeps him busy, prevents us some damage. I think that's what I want to do. But then again, I mean, being able to just, well, it's a pretty big resource sink, I guess. Let's do that. All right, I convinced myself. I'm gonna bounce both his guys just to set them back till we can sort of get ourselves a little bit more established. I can Master the Way next turn his Longshot Archer if he's making better use of his mana. Or if he's playing something big, I'd be happy to kill that. Alright, Longshot Squad. Was the last one foil too? Now I'm confused. Can't remember. I feel like it wasn't, but maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. Alright, let's Master the Way his squad. Crippling Chill's a good draw, so let's get down our Bivouac. And we'll pass. Keep in mind too, Instigator's not just an aggressive card. It's kind of the wonderful aspect of it. I can steal something at instant speed and kind of blow out with that too. Nice. Well, the flock's going to be great here. So, yeah, we actually have enough resources to do some great stuff this turn. So we're going to get our instigator down. Just need to make sure I keep up my, well, no problem. So, the reason I didn't use the Mystic is I don't want to leave a mana up to indicate that I've got a flock. So I'd rather just chill, block the Rhino, unmorph, draw a card, get some good value. How did he know it was that one? Well, we're still unmorphing and we're going to draw our card. But he is going to kill our flock. Well, Tower Shell's actually a really pretty reasonable draw. Taking much more damage than I'd like, but I don't know what to say. So he's going to follow up with a Bondkin and a Disowned Ancestor. Alright, well, in pretty good shape still, to be honest. Let's get the Tower Shell down there. Still have the resources to get him up and online if we need him. And we still have Crippling Chill as well. Okay. Pretty comfortable then. Let's just hang out. Alright, no big deal there. Alright, that card's going to completely destroy us, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Unfortunately, Abzan Ascendancy is gotta be the best one by thousands and thousands of miles. That card is so much far and away better than, I feel like, every other one, but God, that card's going to win him the game, actually. I don't know how to beat that. That's just too good. That is just too good, friends. I don't know how to beat that card. I think we got a Crippling Chill first and foremost. Gonna have to find some way to beat that card. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. I can unmorph and then fight with the thing that I unmorph. Yeah, I've got the resources for it too. Alright. Play a Highland game, and I can swing. I wish he had a Death Toucher. I think that if I swing with the Tower Shell, it doesn't even get in until the next turn. Plus he gets all sorts of flyers. Not exactly sure how we're going to win this yet. I've still got to figure that one out. I do want to take his Siege Rhino and then fight with it, but I don't have anything. He doesn't have anything I can kill. I think that's the problem. So if I attack with Tower Shell, it doesn't even get in until the following turn. He's going to have a bunch of attackers next turn. I have to wait. I can see some potential ways to do a bunch of damage here. I mean, ultimately, it's going to come down to the Instigator plus the Temur Charm to do some pretty brutal stuff. Oh, I see. He just wants a 1/1 flyer. I'll give him a 1/1 flyer. He can have that. I've got double Monastery Flock in deck. One's dead, admittedly, but Parapet, geez, I hate that card. I don't want to counter it, though. I need the Temur Charm more. Yeah, that guy's actually pretty good. Let's get him down. Leave up the Temur Charm. Guess at this point I can probably swing with the Tower Shell, but then he can block with that. Alright, I guess we stay back. Well, I guess I could, well, there's some options. I think it's just the spirits are going to kill me. I don't have enough flyers in this deck. Plus the Parapet, yeah. Let's see how he attacks. Alright, taking our 1. It's just outlasting, okay. Into turn, flip up this guy. Draw our card. That's a good one. That is a good one. He doesn't have trample, though. I could make him, what, 9/9/9? But still not quite enough. I think I need the card more than the 4 extra stuff, I think. I don't know. Morph this guy too. And we still have Temur Charm at our disposal. So maybe we just can get enough stuff on board where this works out, but we'll have to find out. So we're taking Archer's Parapet damage. He's got us on a pretty solid clock. If I could get to the point where taking his guy ends this, that would be the best. I've got a lot of 5/5s to flip. I have to keep that in mind, but just don't think I've quite got enough damage yet to win it. Alright, let's get our Hydra unflipped. Draw. Ooh. That indeed helps. That indeed helps. That's pretty nice too. Let's get our flare down. So we'll get that down. We still have 7 resources at our disposal. Let's I think we're going to swing with Tower Shell this turn. Although, I can also incremental growth. We're definitely running low on time, I think, is the main issue. But I've got Temur Charm, so I can always gain life out of nowhere. Yeah. I can Temur Charm his Siege Rhino, have it fight the Bondkin, and then swing for 1,000,000. Yeah, that's going to be the play. Let's do that now. Or attempt to. I guess we can do the Bondkin too. It works the same way. Gets rid of his first strike, I guess. Oh, he, unfortunately for us, has a magnificent answer. Well, I guess I'm already invested, so worst thing that could have happened did in fact happen. Let's Hydra down his Bondkin. So we'll get rid of his first strike. Well, that doesn't make sense. It gives us tokens, but I guess we do it with the Tower Shell instead. Although I almost want the Hydra to die to gain the life. Yeah, that makes sense. And we'll get a bunch of tokens. I think this is better. I want to gain a bunch of life because we're in rough shape right now. Gives him a token, which I'm not thrilled about. We get a bunch of snakes. I gain some life. Blanks his Feat of Resistance. Blanks our Jeering Instigator. Finally get to draw off that. Should have stacked that the other way, so I could have seen my card, but that's okay. I think we're just going to swing with the Tower Shell here, because I don't really have any other good attack. And we're going to set up for a good incremental growth, I guess, at some point on our 5/5s. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Getting rid of his first strike is also pretty reasonable, too. Definitely wanted the theft there with Instigator. Yeah, it's pretty rough. And it's a 7/7, which is really rough. So, well, what can I say? 7/7s, man. 7/7s, man. I kind of want to see what my card is. But then again, we're just going to be incremental growthing this turn anyway. Let's growth 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll buff these. And now I think we'll just swing with the Rider and this guy as well. Our Tower Shell is going to have a rough time. But it's alright. Still get a flip on our 5/6, so we'll see how he blocks. I mean, I know how I want him to block. Let's see how he decides to block. Thankfully, we're going to gain some life from our Sultai Flare, but I'm running low on time. I do have to pick up the pace. So we get another card, deal our damage. He gets another token, we gain some more life. I play a Thornwood Falls and call it a turn. Yeah, it's pretty rough, especially since he gets the additional value, but can't do anything about it except unhappily accept. And Tuskard Captain, well, it would have been good. Let's morph this down, I think, because we need to draw some more cards still. Let's see what we get. Just a land, so let's play Tuskard Captain. Let's play a Sandbar. Let's swing with the Meandering Tower Shell and pass. All right. I don't think I can win this just because I don't have enough time. I used too much of it. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So we don't have a good attack. And we're low on time, so I don't think we're going to win this. It's actually not even that big of a deal because we gain life. I should have just outlasted. The only reason I didn't is because I'm so incredibly low on time, but I'm going to have to here. I'm going to unmorph it now. I want to see what card I get. Not that useful. Alright. Guess we wait. Yeah, we're just going to lose to time, unfortunately. Or decking ourselves. Take your pick. So he's got 6 blockers. I've got a lot of attackers, but not enough to deal 19 damage. So that is going to be it. Well, I pressed F6, but didn't do anything. There we go. Yeah, so then he just lifelinks and I guess I could have just gone in on Soren, but then he would have cracked in and killed us. Basically, there's nothing I can do. Well, Secret Plans played pretty awesome, though. I did enjoy that. That was fun. But we certainly lose. Yeah, just a bunch of lands now. All right, well, that's it. Ran out of time. All right, see you round 2.